The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found... Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, for real, we were growing up into a lovely teenage girl with giant hands, apparently. And we were adopted by a caring father. Our father decided that for our 16th birthday, I assume it's for her birthday, it might not be for her birthday, either way, we are 16, and my father has decided that I should go out in the world and do whatever I want, as long as I promise to be a good little girl. And so, we're going to do that. Now, in the last episode, I mentioned that our clothes were different. We're wearing blue now, and in the rich family, I was apparently wearing red. That's kind of interesting, because last I checked, isn't red a more expensive color in olden times? So, in essence, that was probably more expensive clothing. Anyway, oh, I forgot to check what the name of our family was. It was Vander something. It's probably one of these houses over here. Either way, we're probably not going to be having a key. Whose house is this? Valancourt. Yep. That's where we would have lived had I been going with the answers that I did for my little experiment. But instead, we live here at Joseph's house. We only have one parent. Was it Joseph? Or was it Aratus? Yes, the door's locked. Excuse me a sec, I seem to be having trouble finding my own home. There we are, Ralph's house. I thought we were living in one of the smaller houses, but no, we're actually living in this house. So, let me go ahead and talk to my dog. Maybe now having it join me would be important. Arf Arf. His name is Hobbs. We have the option of changing his name. That's kind of interesting, that RPG Maker 3 actually gives you the option to change your character's name. Here's the thing about that. First off, where is End? End? I'm pressing start, that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Backspace, input, delete, exit. Alright, here's the thing about naming a character. You see that little box where it displays the dog's name? That's pretty much the only place it can ever be displayed. In the lower text box, you have to always input the name manually. So if you have a game where people refer to each other by name, you're not going to be able to give their customized name in the lower text box. It only affects that little box up top, which makes it completely useless, unless the character is never referred to by name. Why? I don't know, but as you saw in the last video, this game had way too many development teams involved, so there was probably not very good communication between them. Anyway, I kind of like the Hobbs name, so I'm just going to keep that. I just wanted to point that out. Now, do we have the option to bring him with me this time? Okay, seriously, what does that do? Oh, yay, we do get different stats. And also we're a maiden instead of the other thing. So I don't know what the option to bring the dog with me is. So I'm going to ignore it. So let me think here. I forget specifically what my dad said I should try becoming. I'm fairly certain one of them is a cook. So I might go ahead and start out by learning how to cook. But before we do that, there's something else I want to do. I want to visit my one and only friend from my childhood, who is probably now living in that hideout. So we're going to go visit her, and hopefully she doesn't try to convince us to help her steal something. She probably will, though. But we're going to visit her anyway. If she asks us if we want to steal something, we'll politely decline. Is she here? No, she's not even here. Can we open this now? That would be pretty random if we could open it now. Wow, I just realized how much I've grown over the years. That chest was a lot bigger when I was younger. So, I don't know where my friend is. My gosh, it's annoying where I have to check the stairs in order to get out. I don't know where my friend is. Maybe she's only there at night. In which case, I'm going to go ahead and first talk to this person because I'm curious. Who are you? You look like Wonder Woman. You're Florence. Hey Zoe, what are you up to today? I'm just here buying some produce. It's the only thing Max is selling since he's closed all of his shops. That's okay, as long as I have these fruits and veggies, I'm happy. Max closed all his shops? Because, like, the shop over there was like Max Armor, and there was another Max place over there. My dad may not be the best cook in the world, but he makes a mean salad. He taught me how good veggies can be, and he always keeps fruit in the house also. There are some interesting vegetables. I don't think I've ever tried any like these before. Well, these brownish ones are called Gollops. Okay. They are really good when you cut them in half and bake them. The smaller ones are called Majans, and they are extremely versatile. They are good almost any way you cook them. Maximilian likes to grow exotic plants, and these are from his special garden. He may be broke, but he still has that, and I'm so glad. I might want to remember that stuff, because the first thing I'm going to try to do is become a cook. Let's see, Zinnia's house. This is where the lady was that talked about cooking. Is she here? Or are we going to have to hunt the cafe? Okay, she's actually here. Let's talk to her. Maybe we can get hired as an apprentice or something. Hi Zoe, if you're here to ask me about the cask and anchor, then I'm afraid I have some bad news. Mr. Tang died 2 years ago. He left the running of the shop to me, but it's a long story. So what are you out doing today? I'm very sorry to hear about Mr. Tang, and now you are out of a job. I know how you feel. I need to find a job too. Well, actually, we might just be able to help each other out at the same time. Why is each other hyphenated? Do tell. Oh, okay, so we can chat, we can flirt. We can flirt. Yeah, that's actually an option. And if I weren't straight, I would try it. You guys can, appease to your own morbid curiosity. If any of you happen to have a way to record RPG Maker 3, check this option out and post it on YouTube as a video response. That would be interesting. Let's try portrait. I don't know what that does. Oh, maybe it's an artist thing. Oh, okay. Oh yes, I'd love for you to draw me, but I've actually paid to have one done by the Artist Guild. They might come by at any time, so maybe we can do it later? Alright, so we have to choose an option and then talk to her. I'm sure that has something to do with the limitations of RPG Maker 3. Let's start a quest. Oh, it's terrible. Poor old Mr. Tang, who owned the tavern where I worked, has died. He left the shop to his 2 grandchildren and left me in charge of running it. But there's a big problem. You see, why is not capitalized? Why is it not capitalized? Mr. Tang was very secretive about his family recipes, and I know I said secretive very strangely there. And so he hid them from everyone, even his grandchildren. He had them written down, but no one knows where they are. Also, in the meantime, all of the ingredients that were stored in the restaurant have gone bad and must be replaced. And to make matters worse, someone broke into the shop and stole all of the cookware. They probably sold it, but there's no telling where it is now. So here we are with a restaurant, but no recipes, no ingredients, and nothing to cook with. Something tells me this is going to take a while. So if you decide to help me, you'll need to track down the 4 pieces of missing cookware, the 4 recipes, and the ingredients. You may have run across some of these things already. When you find the recipe, it will tell you which ingredients you need to make each dish, but none of that will do any good without the cookware to prepare them in. Okay, that's really good. So if I find the recipes and go to my key item inventory, will it actually list the ingredients or something? I would have to hope so. I know all of this sounds terribly difficult, but if you help me, I can make it well worth your effort. Not to mention that if you help, we can open the restaurant again, and that will make everybody happy. So what do you say, will you help? Yes. That's wonderful! I know you can do it. You should probably speak to Mr. Tang's grandchildren, Hai and Jadis. They live in the west side of town. Maybe they can help you help find some of the missing items. Alright, this sounds interesting. So, being a cook is involving a lot more than I expected. And I already expected a lot. I figure, okay, I'm going to have to immediately learn how to cook the correct recipes. But no, we actually have to go on the hunt to find the pieces that would allow us to cook in the first place. So we're looking for like a Mr. Tang residence, I assume. Can't go that way. Wait, where is it? Come on, give me the name again. Frisky's house. Something is here. Frisky's house, okay. And if I move here... Okay, now it's working. What the heck? Oh! The sun's going down. So, yeah. That's in effect now. Also, it should be noted that this game has, like, seasons and randomized weather that will affect various things. I'm curious when we'll see the first effects of that. It's not terribly difficult to implement. Well, it kind of is, because it does take a bit of script work in order to get that working correctly. But I mean, like, RPG Maker 3 actually does provide options for different weather and different seasons. The Tang house, here we are. What's this picture? Nothing that we can see, of course. So, let's talk to these two Tang people. Ting, Tang, Walla Walla Bing Bang. With their logos. Their logo must be of significance. Also, there's a stove here. I've never noticed a stove here. I can't talk to you. How about you? Okay. Fine. Let's see, what do we find here? We find soy sauce. So, can I talk to you? Oh, that's why it didn't work. Because officially the time changed and it wasn't immediately affected until the menu popped up. So, at this point I'm probably not allowed to be in this house. Am I going to be able to leave? Okay, and then can I go back in? Alright, so I'm not locked inside. That would be incredibly broken. I assume then that they went to bed while I was in the menu checking out finding out about what was in the treasure chest. Interesting. So I have soy sauce now. Didn't I have soy sauce before? I'm pretty sure that items in RPG Maker 3, key items, treasures, do not stack. So, the next thing I'm going to find out, can I sleep in my house? Oh, and by the way, I'm really hoping that this screen isn't too dark. I know I said that before, but I tried fiddling with the brightness settings of my recording software, and no matter what, I could not get it to look like what I see right here. Like, straight in front of me, there's a house with a blue roof. A short house, not the bigger building behind it. The short house with the 2 windows in front. I'll just walk up to it. I mean, this house, straight in front of me. I can see the blue roof. I can see the grass. The grass is kind of green, that's for sure. And on the tree, I can see the detail on the tree. Now, whenever I was doing like the test recording, trying to finagle the brightness settings, I just could not get it to be as bright and as colorful as it is on my screen. So I have to do that post-editing, and even then, some of the textures wind up looking pretty muddy. So I'm sorry about that. I tried to fix it, but I can't. Not entirely. I can at least make it better. So let's see if we can go to bed and find out what's next in the... Well, our dad is gone, probably because he's technically in bed. So can we go to bed? There was an event here. Where are you, event? Was it just a dog? Who doesn't say anything now? So if I go into the menu and then do this, is the dog gone? No, the dog's still there. I don't know why all of a sudden... No, because it's night, and probably what's going on is the dog is not set to interact with you at nighttime. So, it is possible for me to rest and make morning come, isn't it? I'm gonna be awfully tired if I can never go to bed. Alright, well here's another example of my inability to get the camera, or get the recording correctly. I can see the texture on the ground quite easily, I might say. But on the recording it probably looks a little muddy. Granted, this is dirt, but it's not mud. Hello, legendary warrior. Do you see anything new now that I've grown up? Hi, Brogan. You were right. You are a night owl, aren't you? You know it. Let everybody else keep the daytime. I'll take the night. It's my time. So what you doing in my time? My dad gave me a key to the house so I can stay out later now if I want to. You might be seeing more of me here soon. Play music, flirt, feed, and join. And I'm only reading those options out loud because I'm thinking. It's like, these are interesting options. I have some interesting options. So if I ever join the Musicians Guild, playing music will help. Flirting? Do I really want to flirt with him? He seems like beyond my age. And for some reason, bringing the camera next to this little tent has messed with my camera. Oh, RPG Maker 3. The join option is very interesting. Means potentially I could be going out doing battles. So I'm going to choose flirt just to get out of the menu. And I'm going to go into this building to see if my friend is here. Yes, she is. Hello, Tempest. How are you today? What are you doing here? Haha, I'll bet you remember our little encounter, and you've decided to take my advice. Am I right? Ha ha ha. I knew you'd come round eventually. They always do. Tempest! I was hoping I would find you in here, and at the same time I was hoping I wouldn't. I always hoped someone had adopted you, and I guess I assumed that they had, but I've been thinking about you a lot recently, so I decided to try and use this key you gave me a long time ago. How are you? Are you doing okay? Well, I'm living in a grain silo. Other than that, I'm doing just great. I've been surviving just like I always did, and in the same way that I always did. Don't look at me like that. Are you really surprised? At least I didn't wind up like Marla. Did you know she tried to turn me in for stealing something, and then she stole something from me? Come on, let's get back at her. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Black market. I was hoping for just chat, but sure, black market. As you may know, it's illegal to exchange holy tokens or int metals for gold, but we never let that little technicality stop us, now did we? Once they're all melted down, they'll never know the difference. The int metal is a platinum, and the holy token is mithril. Serves them right for making them out of precious metals. Idiots. Well, I saw my friend now. Nice to know she's okay. I'd still like to know if there's a way to... Why did the thing not pop up to let me leave? I'd still like to know if there's a way for me to rest through the rest of the night. Oh, where's that one place? Here's a max place. Door's locked. I don't know if that's because it's night or if it's because what that one person said about Max shutting everything down. Is there anything here? Can I like pick at fruit? No? So I'm gonna explore West Moyos and see if there's like a place where I can spend the night. Cause being stuck at nighttime waiting for day to come with nothing to do kind of sucks. Granted, it's not like I really do have nothing to do. I could just take on other quests, but I'm the sort of girl who prefers to take on just one task at a time. I'm a terrible multitasker. Also, found something interesting here. You got this building here, and then this building here. I was like, is this an inn? Doesn't sound like anybody's house. Let's go inside, and nobody's here. And then I start walking out, and then it gives me this option. Go back to the front of the house. It's like, yeah. And then I find myself here, and it's like, what? Where am I? So, not entirely sure what this place is. La Villa Bohemie. Is anybody here? Probably not, since it's nighttime. Yeah. Hey, you can see a picture of a person. It's still muddy, but at least you can tell it's a person. I wonder if that's a person in RPG Maker 3. Anyway, thankfully I'm not stuck in here, and I can go out the front door. Not entirely sure where the back door is that would lead to that place. Also, I found Max's house. And since we can't really do anything else, I know at the very least Max is kind of in a rut or something like that. Let's talk to him real quick before we end this episode. Except he's probably not here. No, he's not really here. And can't take that treasure, and can't take this treasure. Sugar. Alright, I'm fairly certain I already have sugar. I was wrong. I'm going to keep note of how many key items I have. That way I know if I get a repeat item. So, Max isn't here. Are you sure there's not a way for me to rest the rest of the night? Oh, well, that's stuff. Turns out I actually can rest in my bed. Where is the event? It's somewhere. I just had it. Where is it? There. Well, I can't go all the way up to the bed, and that's probably because RPG Maker 3 limitations. You can't move the event past this point onto the bed. Kind of annoying, but hey. At least now I know I have the option. Nice in that you actually played the goodnight song whenever you do this. I was totally expecting it to be like suddenly screen blacks out, fades back in, and that's it. So if I go into the menu, first off I'm gonna try standing right here. And then suddenly my dad is there. Yay! Alright. Now that I finally figured out how to sleep through the night, I'll have to remember to like make a note that yes, you can sleep in the bed, because otherwise you guys are going to be thinking for half the episode that I don't actually have the option when I actually do. So now that it's morning, we can actually go back on the cooking quest thing. And he won't budge. Oh, now you give me the option. Anyway, next time we continue the cooking quest. Because it's morning, people are awake now. Which means I can talk to people that involve that quest. And my gosh, that took a... Oh, hey, random weather effect. Next time, it'll be raining. I'll see you then. And we got adopted by a loving father, who asked us to do a couple of things. That is... Let me start over. Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. For real, this time. That's not how I was supposed to say it. Gosh dang it. Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we really last left off, I really shouldn't change up how I say that.